Because what he's supposed to do, if he uses his fire, she just absorbs it. And one of her like big abilities is if she absorbs like a bunch of fire, she just becomes a fucking phoenix and just destroys everything. Oh, you're getting scanned.
That's real cool, boy. Fucking. Oh yeah, no.
But continue about the fire abilities because I do want to hear about them because that could lead me to actually like add a bit of things or.
Oh yeah, no. So like, there's this one. I think there's this because I know like one of the other dudes like he's like one of the main characters. He's like oh god. It's like one of the other main like I think the main character we focus on is this guy named Shinra. He just shoots fire from his legs, and he kicks people really hard, and that's mostly it. But, like, he's just really effective, so, you know, if it ain't broke. But one of our other main characters, Arthur, his whole weird quirk, is that if he thinks he's a knight, he gets more powerful. And so, he wields a sword that's made out of really hot plasma. And he's, like, really special, because, like, only, like, like, 1 out of a bajillion fire wielders can even do that.
That actually is kind of cool, like, it's like this mind over, that's actually a cool ability, because you have to, like, convince yourself mind over matter, and, like, if you lose focus and you just don't think you are, or, like, someone, like, breaks that focus, that can honestly be a cool fight, where it's not even that, like, the person's particularly powerful, it's just that they're able to break your focus.
Yeah, no, because, like, I don't think that's how it works in the show, but that's basically...
Oh,
that's like
going off
like,
like, a cool way to, like, fight.
Because, like...
And then, like, it's like, that does not happen.
Because, like, no, dude, because, like, fucking Arthur has a fight against... when they're invading, like, the 5th Fire Force squad, he fights this evil Infernal dude, which is basically, like, the hollow or generic villain the heroes fight in the show. And, like, it's a special one who can talk, and those aren't normal, but, like, basically, he's fighting him, he's getting his ass kicked, and, like, right before he wins, he's like, wait a minute, I'm not using my right sword, and then he switches to his left hand, and he just fucking kicks his ass.
Oh. Because I was gonna say that because what I was thinking was that's a really cool ability, though, and that should be, you know what I mean? That's a cool ability that you have to think.
Oh, yeah, no, but, like...
That doesn't really work in, like, you know, My Hero Academia sense, because it's all genetic and shit. But if, like, the abilities aren't explained, like in such a way that genetics, that actually can work. I might fuck with that. Actually, that's a really cool idea. I actually might fuck with that.
Yeah, no, because
that's a really cool fucking idea.
I think the reason I had that description was because the fight during the fucking Vulcan arc, where they're trying to recruit this guy named Vulcan, and they get attacked by a bunch of villains. So Arthur's like, oh fuck man, I don't got my gear, so I don't feel like a knight, so I can't make as good fire. And Vulcan's like, alright, fine, I'll invent you something really cool. And then he straps a horse to his dick, and he becomes so much more powerful.
If that's how it works, it is kind of cool. I do like that. Oh, as I was saying, I like how his name's Vulcan, like it's fucking Metal Gear.
Yeah, I know, because like he's a dude, he's a tech guy. He's like really strong. He just beats the shit out of machines and I'm dead. He just beats.
Oh wait.
He just like he builds a machine and then he just beats the shit out of it to see if it still works. Because his whole ideology is like if something can be so easily broken, that's not a good machine.
Yeah. Oh man, there is something I really wanted to implement. I want to implement it into Arthur, and it is something that is like completely based. Are you familiar with Warhammer 40k?
I know the name, and that's about it.
Okay, well there are these people. It is essentially the worst universe that you could ever think of. It is really depressing and shit. But one of the main things in it is that there is this society who builds all the technology. And, like, the only reason they aren't purged for being heretics is because they make the technology of, like, the religious zealots. So if they kill them, they can't have the technology. What they do is they don't praise, like, a god. They praise machine as the god.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, and no one knows how their technology works. Because all they do is they pray to their technology, to the machine god, and somehow it works. That's how it works. And to me, I want to implement something like that. But like, as I was talking about, you know, like Arthur, where Arthur Iron is his name, where like he like turns himself into a cyborg.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, Something to do with the people who turn themselves into cyborg, because these people, they like they think that flesh is weak, you know, that standard trope.
Oh yeah, no.
But I
the
legitimately
fucking-
want to.
Yeah, no, fucking fuck humanity, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like my flesh is weak. Machine is the only. And I really like that type of trope, which is
Yeah, no, it
like,
makes for really interesting villains.
because and even then, but I don't want to do it in a villainous sense. Like Arthur's not a villain.
Oh yeah.
He's not. Like Arthur is clearly not a villain. He goes out of his way and like sacrifices plot after plot, which are like insanely expensive and extremely hard to build, to basically risk his life for people he never will care about. And the reason he does that is because though he believes flesh is weak, he's not like the other cyborgs. He comes from like a cyborg fucking clan that like does this to themselves all the time, and he does not believe in that. The prevailing theory that it should be forced upon people. He believes that he should show people that it is superior. And that's kind of his whole character thing, where he believes it's superior, but it is not. That is more where I want to go with it, where he believes it's superior, but he doesn't want to. That makes sense. Like, the cyborgs, they kidnap people. That's going to be their whole thing, they kidnap people.
Fucking, yeah, no, that checks out. That's really cool.
And I think that would be like, it would be a cool like twist on it, because listen, I have a lot of problems with Riot Games if you haven't heard. I don't like a lot of their business decisions, but what I do like about them is how they do story writing. And it's very much, I appreciate how they do story writing, because one of the things they do is they look at, like, for a lot of their characters, what they do is they look at normal twists that like happen in stories a lot, and they try to go, what can we add to this that will make it different and unique?
Oh, I like that.
And part of the thing that I like never really see, because I've never really seen anything where it's like, it's someone who believes that like them into like this whole like flesh is weak thing, but doesn't act like a full homicidal maniac over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
They just believe in converting everybody, yada yada. Or even like the super mutants from like Fallout, because the super mutants from Fallout, if you don't know, not the smart ones. There's smart ones and there's dumb ones. The dumb ones, or the ones that were under control of the Master, at one point, basically, they believe that super mutants are the superior race, and the way that super mutants are made is through a forced evolutionary virus. So what they do is they just forcefully kidnap people and make them super mutants or eat them.
Oh yeah.
And I think that it's really cool, because part of that is that they're super mutants who are like legitimately intelligent. I think they're second gen super mutants, because the Master was like, I don't need more intelligent ones, and just started making dumb ones. But it's really like an opposite to like the dumb ones, because they are very well aware that what they did when they were controlled by the Master is wrong, and they just like legitimately are like homies to everybody, and they're like, it's really cool. I like it.
That does sound very cool.
Fallout New Vegas, great game.
I've heard many good things.
It is very good.
Yeah, no, but like fucking other characters in Fire Force.
Oh yeah,
like,
we were talking about Fire Force. Jesus,
yeah, no, so like you got simple abilities. You got Shinra just kicks people really hard. You got I think Maki, I believe. I think she's the one who just turns into a cute cat girl who is just a cat. Yeah, no, she's also the one who has the weird, because most characters in Fire Force have like a weird character quirk that they use during the funny scenes. And like her character quirk is that she's the fan service character, and that every time she always loses her clothes. It doesn't have to make sense. She just does.
It's like Gray, only fan service.
It's like Gray, only female. And also, Shinra
like
always
Gray.
ends up in a position that looks like he's sexually assaulting her.
I like Gray. Gray's fun. I feel bad for Gray.
Yeah.
Gray.
Sometimes you just need justice for Gray.
Justice for Gray.
Oh yeah, no, but like, fucking... Then you had one of the villains, I forget her name, but her ability is that she can shoot fire arrows, and whenever she makes coordinates for them, they never miss. And, like, at most, they can just be, like, slightly knocked off course from what we've seen in the show. And, like, she fights Gunman, but I think the power that I think is, like, somehow the most cool is the main villain of Season 1, fucking Shinra's brother, who totally did not die and became a super cool super cool knight dude. And he has a sword, like,
Yeah.
Are you prepared to hear what his ability is?
Sure, I want to hear what it is.
His ability is that he cools down the expansion of the universe enough to the point that the universe stops expanding and time freezes everywhere except for him.
Yo! That is actually really cool. That's actually...
Yeah, no, because, like, when they find it out, like, fucking Shinra's with this scientist dude who's actually a villain and is waiting to betray them, but, like... And, like, he's having a panic attack because he realizes what the ability is, and he's like, wait, no, this is impossible. An ability like that can't even exist, right? And then he's like, look, Shinra, you cannot win. This man can literally cool down the universe enough to where he can stop time. And, you know, he's just having this really, like, existential moment where we all think the hero's not going to win, but then Shinra develops a power-up that lets him win.
Much like Jotaro.
Just like JoJo. Yeah, no,
I do want to say that as much as, like, I love Stardust Crusaders, even though it was, like, great and the Dio fight was amazing, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Basically, Araki was just like, yes, this one line, that means he wins.
Oh, God.
Because it's the same part. I mean, it's the same stand.
It is the same stand. And then he just fucking gives Jotaro this ability he's never used before.
Like, and, like, that apparently Dio took years to, like, master, and, like, Jotaro
yeah, no,
just,
like, apparently it took him years to be able to walk in there for simply 10 seconds.
Simply, like, in less than a second. Like, a fraction of a second.
And then Jotaro, like, basically masters it in, like, one fight.
I still love it. It's still one of my favorite fights, but you gotta admit, it is stupid.
It is kind of an asshole.
And Araki does that a lot, but that's not the point. The point is that it's fun.
Yeah.
That's the point of JoJo.
I definitely do not think that... It's like, look, are there plot holes in JoJo? Yes. Does that mean I don't enjoy it anymore? No.
Wait, what we're saying is Doodle Tones. Fucking watch part 2.
Yeah, no, Doodle Tones, you will watch part 2 of JoJo, and you will find it to be really good.
Everybody loves
everyone loves Tommy Gun Jonathan Joestar.
Everybody loves I forgot his name. I honestly forgot his name. I forgot Jonathan's name. There's too many JoJos. I was gonna say Johnny, I'm like, that's the fucking crippled dumbass.
Yeah, no, that's the crippled.
Yes, there's a crippled cowboy. Get far enough and you'll realize that he's funny.
Yeah, no.
It's very funny. Like, it's very funny.
Yeah, no, just
I know
far
it's mean,
enough,
but
you'll realize there's context.
Crippled cowboy. It's so funny also, because, like, during the fighting game, he's just on a horse.
That's great. I love it.
Oh, it's so fucking funny, because he's crippled, right? So he can't be off the horse. He's on the horse.
He is on the horse.
The entire game, it's really funny. See, now you're getting me to talk about JoJo, because now you're talking about Fire Force and shit, and, like, the abilities are cool. We both know about JoJo.
You want to talk about, like, the one stand from Part 5, where if you move downward, you die?
Oh, fuck, that was... That was a weird one. That was actually, like...
Honestly, I feel like once you get past, like, I wanna say Part 4, early Part 5, a lot of stands start getting pretty weird.
Like the one where, like, he just makes babies.
Yeah, no, the one who just makes babies.
Babies.
The baby
fucking
man.
babies. I swear to God, it's so fucking weird.
Like, look, all I know about Part 4 is the stand of the main villain because of the memes, but I also know that there is a stand that is just a rat. I have
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it, but I have heard that there is a stand that's just a rat.
Yes, it is just a rat. Watch part. It's the best part!
Look, you know, maybe we can watch JoJo Part 4 together.
Oh, that would be awesome. My sister's watching it, actually.
Yeah,
she
no,
knows who
fucking...
Yoshi Party is.
Yeah, no, fuck Symphogear. Let's just watch JoJo.
Duwang. What a beautiful Duwang.
What a beautiful fucking Duwang.
I love that so much. Do you know the context of that?
I'm familiar with the fan translations.
Yeah, that's not a fan. Well, it's not technically. So what that is it's actually a Chinese student's attempt at it for an English class.
Oh.
That's why it's so poorly done.
Oh, that explains everything.
It's so fucking good, and it makes it so much better. Not to like make fun. I think he's like 15. It's not to make fun of him or anything, but it just makes it so much better.
It just seems like it was very funny.
Because I bet now, like, he probably knows English a lot better, and he's looking at that like, what the fuck did I write?
Yeah, no, he's just looking at this like, what the fuck is a Duwang?
Chew. The thing that ties it together is the chew.
Yeah.
Anyone who has not watched JoJo or is like familiar with JoJo culture will not get that, and that's really funny. That's always like the funny thing is like if you don't know, if like you're not like into JoJo culture, like you know stale JoJo memes, because was that those were kind of Duwang was overdone, but
Yeah, no, honestly, I think one of my favorite things of JoJo is the memes that don't make any sense until you watch the show.
When I saw the Mona Lisa, I got a boner.
Yeah, no, fucking... The Mona Lisa is technically a JoJo reference.
Lord almighty. Kira is a villain.
Kira sure is a villain.
I love Kira. He's one. I think he was really well done. I don't know. Just for the fact that he's just an insane psychopath.
Yeah.
His ability, he also pulls abilities out of his fucking ass.
But to be fair, what good JoJo villain doesn't? What good JoJo character doesn't pull abilities out of his ass? I mean, fucking Jotaro did it. Fucking Yoshikage Kierman did it. Fucking Giorno did it in the final battle against Diavolo.
Oh Lord, Giorno! If you need to talk about pulling shit out of ass.
Yeah, no. If you want to talk about ass pulls, you can just bring up the entire final fight in Part 5.
Not only that, you can also just bring up the fact that like Araki completely gives like Giorno abilities, and then forgets that he has them.
Yeah, no.
Never uses them.
Oh yeah, no, because like Giorno can just like make trees grow, and then Araki just forgets.
But not only that, he can make those trees reflect damage.
Oh god.
Remember, like Giorno can do that. Like, Geronimo is broken. He's very much I think he's, like, the most powerful protagonist in JoJo.
I can believe
like,
that.
honestly, stopping time and just being Star Platinum is... I think that's also the problem that he had, was that he didn't want to give, like, a protagonist that wasn't... You know...
Yeah.
That was, like, less powerful than Jotaro, because... he's done that before, like fucking, what is his face? Josuke is not as powerful as Jotaro. That's, like, completely well known, that Jotaro is more powerful. But Jotaro also appears a lot through Part 4.
Yeah?
I guess, like, because he didn't, maybe he wanted, like, someone who was, like, powerful like him. But it's just weird. It's just weird that, like, he gave Giorno so many powers.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like...
You watched Part 5 and didn't watch Part 4.
Like, okay, to be fair, I watched up until they met fucking Rohan Kishibe, and then I dropped Part 4.
Okay, did you get you haven't got to the part where they beat Rohan?
I got to the part where they beat Rohan. I got to the part where Josuke just punches through his manga and punches him in the face, and then that was like
the funniest thing that made me laugh out loud when he's like, "I've won."
I have one gets punched in face.
Listen, I have never laughed harder at anything than that. That is... Okay, not true. I laughed... Do you remember the Boo Womp thing I sent you?
I remember the... Oh god, I love the Boo Womp video.
Boo Womp. Boo Womp.
Doctor, I need you to turn off my Boo Womp sensors.
What even is that? Boo Womp.
Boo Womp, you know, like the sound in SpongeBob where they go Boo Womp.
The best thing about it is that you do not know what the sound is. I didn't know what the sound was. Did you?
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know what the sound was going in, but like...
And then, like, you hear it, and you're just like, that's the only way you can describe it, and it just loses. I remember that we're recording this. For the audience, I don't know, maybe you could, I don't know if you're editing it.
Like, I have the meme on my computer, I can probably play it.
Yeah, just play it for context, because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's very hilarious.
It is, honestly, it is, okay, actually, what is it? Me and my friends, we have this, we're doing this, like, joke. What this is, you are familiar with the Fast and Furious franchise, correct?
I am somewhat familiar with Fast.
So you understand that basically every trope in the movie is that he beats the villains because family.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. We have been sharing for the past 3 days an onslaught of just Dom going into different movies and just saying, I can beat him because I have family. And my friend has not laughed harder in his life. Like, I can, like, I don't know if I can, like... Because there is so many. Like, there is so many Dom memes.
Oh,
like,
God.
He, like, beats Beerus.
Oh, God. Does he beat up Dio?
Yes. He faces the Fire Lord.
I have to do all of Titanic Monarch again?
Obi-Wan. He beats the Empire. He beats Grievous. He beats Corona. He beats Ego. He beats the T-100. He beats Cancer. He beats Thanos again. Shitty Avatar, some Dark Souls reference, Omni-Man.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? We beat the game.
Did you beat the game? What the fuck? I was, like, literally present. Did you just...
Yeah, no, dude, I totally beat the game.
Did you just click on the credits button?
I may or may not have just clicked on the credits button, but don't tell the audience. Don't tell the audience that.
He won. Basically what happened was, so there's actually this secret button. If you do up right, left right, wipe your ass with a moldy piece of sandpaper, and then proceed to throttle your infant child until it dies. Like, just choke them out. Eventually, you will actually be teleported in-game to the nuclear launch codes, where basically you just launch a nuke at Eggman, and Eggman fucking dies.
Yeah, no, that's the canonical ending.
That's the canonical ending. And if you don't have an infant child, you can always just find one on the street.
Look, it's alright. It's fucking... You may need, like, you know, sometimes it will vary. Sometimes you need them to be a virgin, sometimes you don't. It's very situational. Anyway, this has been Sonic Mania. I hope you guys at home...
We talk nothing about the video game.
We have talked... Yeah, no, we are going to rival Brain Scratch commentaries for most irrelevant commentary over a Let's Play.
Talking about fan fictions for the past. We went from, like, what was that? We went from talking about separating art from the artist. That would probably be a hot take, and I don't know if you can actually probably use that, because we might get in trouble for that.
Look, I will find a way.
I think I brought up that, you know, it's that Daddy was a pedophile.
Look,
oh
if somebody tries to cancel you over it, I'll just tell them D's nuts.
Alright, I'll be happy. I have a feeling. Don't get mad at me.
Anyways, audience, fucking have a good day. I don't know how to end this.